here. Adi, certainly last but definitely not least, Adi, Director of Regional Marketing of Latin America and EMEA at Checkmarx. But in her spare time, turns out that she's a regular Dr. Doolittle. She has a dog who gave birth, and actually you saved one of the puppies. If we have time at the end, we'd love to hear about how you saved the puppy. Was it a matter of like pulling open the mouth and giving them, resuscitation?
No, it wasn't the case.
Okay, thank you for calming that. But would love to hear your story. Checkmarx has also been through an incredible year. So please tell us.
Sure. So let me see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Yeah, we can.
Brilliant. So my name is Adi Gazit Blecher. I'm pretty sure that most of you are familiar with Checkmarx, and if you don't, this is a shame, and you need to go to the website and read a bit about Checkmarx as a unicorn. To those who don't know me, I'm in the cybersecurity playground for 14 years, and I was asked today to talk to you about my success and things that didn't work for me. And I dropped and recommended you maybe to drop as well. I will try to be as short as possible, so I have only 2 slides with the 3 things that you should drop and 3 things you should adopt. So let's start with perhaps the most essential thing that I would give up is generating leads. Not really. Generating a mass of leads is what I mean. Look, at the end of the day, you need to owe a team that will receive the leads and keeps tracking on them. If you don't have it, you are wasting your budget, and of course, you are garbaging your own CRM system, your Salesforce or whatever you have. I'm always in favor of focusing on quality of leads, and I will tell you in a second on how to do that. Webinars. If you don't have a super exciting topic with some external speaker, Michael said before that you need an analyst. By the way, we have today a webinar with DevOps.com with a unique analyst that are coming from DevOps.com who will, introduce Checkmarx. So someone who has many followers. Don't do a webinar, not around a product and not around features. People will register and attend your webinar only because the topic is around what meets their needs and pains. And another point is about virtual events. I know that we have some different thoughts around that, but sometimes it's so tempting, right? They're offering you to come for free, virtual events, which is big. Your competitor will be there, and just attend. So no, do not do that. Sorry, but it's just a waste of time as well as money, because time is money. And it's a wrong to use of your technical people or salespeople that in the end of the day, they need to close deals. Most of the time, I did not come across anyone interested or came to our chat box and raised their hands and asked for seeing a demo, God forbid. So just not. InfoSec, for example, I don't know how many of you are planning or actually plan to attend InfoSec, physical event that's supposed to be on July. It's the second time, by the way, that they are postponing the event and decide not to do a virtual event. They are planning to do a virtual event, but they are not asking you and not forcing you to participate. They will send you over the list of attendees and people register without asking you to be active. And by the way, I'm blessing these kinds of vendors. So what should we do? Okay. So first, get to know your area. Since I'm in charge of EMEA and Latin America, I'm participating in every calls, forecasting calls with my chief revenue officer and with the sales directors team to understand the difficulties, the needs, what's happening in each of every sub-region in terms of the forecast versus pipeline. In which quarter, for example, it's more work is required. And how do you even build a pipeline in your last quarter? And this is an idea. And by the way, one of the question that I had for the French market, for example, we have seen that there is an issue there in Q4, and I decided to push for a free trial, a campaign around one of our products. And all of a sudden, it's apparently we've seen some great results around that, because people love free trials, so they are submitted to that. And also you can offer them a really nice discount if they will close in this year. There is no doubt that once the exhibitions were canceled and postponed, those who were really disappointed were the SDR and ISR. I don't know if you felt the same way as I, but they were used to get leads from conferences. And the leads that were coming to InfoSec, for example, we actually qualified the people who came across our booth, and only the people from 6,000 people who visited our booth, only 300 people were actually, we have actually scanned. So these are actually, I would say, not even MQL, it's SQL. People are come to our booth, seen our demo, ask for a meeting, raise their hands, share the difficulties and pain points. So they were relatively hot, okay? And all of a sudden, Corona, COVID-19, and all of the leads that I brought to them were considered cold or warm, but not similar to what they were used to, the creme de la creme of leads, right? So I had to think of creative solutions. And I don't know how many of you are suffering from the same sales cycle as I am, and Checkmarx is between 8 months and 2 years even. So to speed it a little bit in the process, I made sure to produce a campaign of quality meetings, okay, in challenging area, for example, Italy, Spain, France. This is not only accelerated our sales cycle, it also helped us when we didn't have so many SDR in place and we had a lack of resources in the region. And the third point, remember the issue of leads, quantity versus quality. So great. So I'll sharpen it a little bit more. I decided that I'm only going for target accounts. I know that you have heard about this, account-based marketing strategy, and this might be considered as a cliche, but it's not. The second half of 2020 with the COVID year, I required the vendors that I've been working with to do a nurturing process for me, because I don't have any nurturing plan as I wish to have in HubSpot. So I actually require them to do 2 touches before they are handing off the leads to me. So it's more expensive, but at least 2 campaigns that I decided to, that I've done, by the way, I actually decided to renew, which means that the leads are actually qualified. I think this is it. I was really short. So